Good morning all. Now I am going to explain about GINA diode characteristics. Okay. In case of GINA diode also we are having first two characteristics, forward biasing and reverse biasing. Okay. This is the circuit diagram of forward bias GINA diode characteristics. Okay. Now see here, first RPS positive is connected at one point, right? Okay. That is RPS positive is connected at one point from this diagram. RPS positive to 1 kilo ohm resistor starting point. Okay, 1 kilo ohm resistor ending point is connected at another different point. Okay, after that GINA diode, right? Now see here, this is the symbol of GINA diode. Okay, ending side black color indicates cathode, this is starting terminal indicates anode, right? Then the resistor ending is connected to GINA diode anode. Okay, GINA diode cathode is connected at another different point. Okay, at this GINA diode anode, voltmeter positive, see here, this is 0 to 50 volts voltmeter, right? Voltmeter positive is connected to GINA diode anode and voltmeter negative is connected to GINA diode cathode. Okay, at this point only ammeter positive, here milliamperes range is required. At this point only this is ammeter positive is connected. Okay, next ammeter negative is connected to ground. Ammeter negative is connected to ground and RPS negative is also connected to ground, right? Connections are over. Next, coming to the procedure, connections made as per the circuit diagram, right? Switch on the power supply. Okay, next coming to the tabular form. Okay, this is the tabular form for forward biasing. Okay, now see here, by varying the supply voltage in steps of 0.1, see here, first of all I am taking 0.2 volts. Okay, or 0.3 forward bias, applied voltage is 0.3, forward voltage is also 0.3, current is 0. Next, forward voltage is 0.6, here also 0.6, current is again 0. Next, forward voltage is 1.3, current is, voltage across diode is 0.7, current flowing through the diode is 0.5. Next, I am increasing the voltage to 4 volts. Then voltage across the diode is 0.7, current flowing through the diode is 3.4. Next, I am increasing the supply voltage to 10 volts. Okay, for this 10 volts, voltage is 0.7 or 0.8, current is 9.4. Next, I am increasing the supply voltage to 15 volts. Okay, then voltage across diode is remains constant 0.8 volts, current flowing through the diode increases, that is 14.5 milliamperes. That means in case of forward bias, PN junction GINA diode characteristics are similar to PN junction diode. Once it reaches the cut-in voltage, current flowing through the diode is rapidly increases. Okay, that is about forward bias. After that, reduce RPS voltage to 0 and switch off the power supply. Okay, after that, next, reverse biasing of a PN junction diode. Now see here, in this reverse biasing, okay, this is the reverse biasing of a PN junction diode. After that, remove the connections. Okay, next see here, this is reverse biasing diagram, right? Supply positive is connected to 1 kilo ohm resistor starting point, 1 kilo ohm resistor ending point is connected at one point, right? At that point, here diode terminals are reversed, right? That means diode cathode is connected, right? Diode cathode is connected at 1 kilo ohm ending. Okay, next diode anode is connected at another different point, right? Now this diode cathode, voltmeter negative is connected at, this is voltmeter. Okay, this is voltmeter negative is connected. Next, at this diode anode, voltmeter positive is connected. Next, at this point only, ammeter negative is connected. Right? Ammeter positive is connected to ground. Next, RPS negative is also connected to ground. Now connections are over. Okay, next coming to procedure. Connections made as per the circuit diagram. Switch on the power supply. Okay, switch on the power supply. Next coming to the tabular form. Okay, we need to increase the applied voltage in steps of 1 volt. Okay, for every 1 volt, we need to note down reverse voltage versus reverse current, right? Now see here, by using RPS, I am varying the supply voltage to 1 volt. Okay, applied voltage is 1 volt, reverse voltage is also minus 1 volt, current is 0, minus reverse voltages. Next, voltage value is 2, minus 2 volts. This is supply voltage is 2 volts, voltage across diode is minus 2 volts, current is again 0. Next, RPS voltage is 3. Here voltage across diode is also minus 3 volts, current is again 0. Voltage is 4, minus 4 volts, current minus 4.2, minus 4. This is 4.3 minus 4.2, right? Current is again 0. Next, I am increasing this voltage to 6 for 6 volts. Voltage across the diode is minus 5.9 or 6, varying, right? Current is again 0. Now you can observe here minus 6.4, minus 7 RPS voltage. Okay, voltage across diode is minus 6 or minus 6.1, current is minus 0.8. Next, 8 volts, RPS voltage changed to 8 volts. Voltage across diode is remains constant, minus 6.1 or minus 6, current is minus 1.9. Next, minus 10 volts, RPS voltage is 10, but the voltage across diode is remains constant, minus 6.1. Your current flowing through the diode is minus 4.2. For your understanding purpose, I am increasing RPS voltage to 20 volts. Here also you will get minus 6.1 or 6.2. Current flowing through the diode is minus 13.6. That means the special property of Zener diode, it acts as a voltage regulator. See here, once it reaches 6 volts, the voltage across diode will be remains constant. The current flowing through the diode is rapidly increases. Okay, that is in case of reverse bias in Zener diode. That is the special application of Zener diode. Zener diode is operated in reverse bias also. After that, reduce RPS voltage to 0 and switch off the supply. Next, regulation of Zener diode. See here, in case of Zener diode, we can vary the input voltage one case, we can vary the load voltage is one case. Okay, that means regulation is possible by varying input voltage and by varying load resistance. First, we will discuss about by varying the input voltage. Okay, by varying this input voltage, first we need to connect this circuit diagram, right? First, RPS positive is connected at one point. Okay, at that point 1 kilo ohm resistor starting point is connected. Okay, this 1 kilo ohm ending is connected at one point. 1 kilo ohm ending is connected at one point. At that point, Zener diode cathode is connected. Okay, this Zener diode anode is connected to ground. Okay, now see here, this is a DRB. Okay, for load resistance RL, I am using this DRB. Okay, this is load resistor, starting terminal is connected to Zener diode, again cathode. Okay, this load resistor ending is connected to ground. Next, across this resistor, voltmeter negative, across load resistor, voltmeter negative, and voltmeter positive is again connected to ground. Right, now connections are over. Right, now what is our aim in this diagram? First we need to vary input voltage. Here load resistance value is fixed. See here I am adjusting load resistance value to 470 ohms. Right, see here initially all values are in zero position. After that here into 100. Right, 1 2 3 4 400. This is into 10 ohms. Right, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, 470 ohm load resistance value is fixed, 470 ohm. Okay, right, after that now see here from this diagram RPS negative is also connected to ground. RPS negative, ground is having, sorry, RPS positive is connected to ground. Okay, ground is having four terminals, 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Right, next coming to the tabular form. Okay, this is the tabular form. Right, okay, in this tabular form first connections made as per the circuit diagram. Right, switch on the power supply. Right, now see here we need to vary the source voltage. Right, that means source voltage value will be 1 volt 2 volts 3 volts 4 volts 5 volts 6 volts 7 volts and 8 volts. Okay, I am varying this RPS voltage to 1 volt first for fixed value of load resistance RL. Yeah, initially set RPS voltage in steps of 3 volts. You can note down in steps of 3 volts. Okay, that is 3 volts 6 volts 9 volts 12 volts 15 volts. Why? Because if you consider 1 volt it will take around 20 readings. Right, for that purpose I am taking here in steps of 3 volts. Okay, by varying RPS apply RPS voltage to 3 volts. For 3 volts, voltage across load will be minus 1 volt. Right, next 6 volts. RPS voltage is 6 volts. Sorry, RPS voltage is 6 volts. Then this voltage will be minus 1.9. Here also minus. Next, RPS voltage is 9 volts. Minus 2.8. For 12, minus 3.8. 15, minus 4.8 or 4.7. 18 volts. Minus 5.7. 21 volts. Minus 6.1. 24 volts also minus 6.1. Why? Because after 6 volts it acts as a zener. It acts as a zener diode. That means the voltage across diode will remains constant. After that already we know load resistance value. Right, by using load current by using formula IL is equals to VL by RL, that is minus 1 divided by 470. You will get load current value. Okay, after that reduce RPS voltage to 0. Right, and switch off the supply. Okay, but here we are having another value. Right, that means here again same circuit diagram, RPS 1 kilo ohm Zener diode. Here load resistance is variable. Right, that means initially set load resistance value to 0 here. Okay, now see here same circuit diagram. Right, here RL is variable. Right, first we need to give fixed supply voltage of 12 volts. Input voltage is fixed. Here 12 volts, input voltage is 12, then load resistance RL is 0 kilo ohm. Right, then VL value is minus 0.1 or 0. Next, load resistance value is variable right here. Next I am increasing load resistance value to 1 kilo ohm. For this 1 kilo ohm, load current value is load voltage value is minus 5.9 or minus 6. Next load resistance value is 2 kilo ohm. Okay, for this 2 kilo ohm, voltage across load will be minus 6.1. Next 3 kilo ohm, again voltage is 6 point minus 6.1 only. 4 kilo ohm, 6.1 only. 5 kilo ohm, 6.1. 6 kilo ohm, right, 6.1. 7 kilo ohm, 6.1. After that you can calculate load current, but if we increase load resistance value also, you will get voltage across load is constant. Okay. In this way we can do the experiment. After that, reduce the load resistance position to 0, that means this RL value to 0. After that, reduce RPS voltage to 0 and switch off the power supply.